Okay, next I'd like to have a look at the new Accounts Receivable Admin Role Center. Microsoft has created a new AR Administrator Role Center to bring together some of the features for debt chasing or managing your debtors. There's some new functionality around reminders automation and reminders term setup. So I'm going to switch my role center to the new role center. And this is the new Accounts Receivable Administrator Role Center. And that'll just fire up quickly. So this is the new role center. It's obviously been designed with the debt chasing in mind, and there's some new actions, some of the standard features that were there before, but just brought together in one place to make it easier, excuse me, for a user to manage your debtors. So there's all the functions and features in here that you would expect for that person doing that kind of role. There's some new awesome, nice drill downs. There's some nice new insights down here, and you can drill on these and see these amounts and drill down into them. But the main thing I wanted to focus on here was this new reminders set of cue cards. So new batch jobs have been created to allow for the automation of creating and sending reminders. Effectively, they're job queues. For those of you who are using job queues, obviously you've got some new queues here where I can see the reminders that have been sent out, whether they've been sent out or not. But the one I want to focus on are those configurations. If I go into those configurations, I can see, well, I've set up 3 reminders and 3 automations, and these are the 3 that you would be needing to create and send out your reminders. Behind each of these, which again are effectively a job queue, for those of you using job queues, I'll make this a bit bigger. What this does is create a schedule that creates your reminders. And within the schedule, you have some options to filter what you're going to send out and who you send it for. But notice here that you can now set this on a schedule, and you can set the schedule to run how often you want. So there's some standard ones for manual, weekly, monthly, etc. But you can also you could send them out weekly, daily, etc. And that calculates. So these are still using the batch jobs that were there before, but they're now run automatically. So if you're used to using them, it's just adding the schedule on top of those. Within the setup of this reminder step, you can also add filters. And again, these are similar to the ones that are already there, but being automated. And you can set the filters and settings that you would like to hold for sending out those reminders. Okay, I just want to show you the next one. Again, there's settings for each step and there's filters for each step. So there's a filter here. And again, these are the same filters that you have at the moment. There is this additional reminders filter here below that you can add additional filters to what you're sending out or issuing in this case. Lastly, the one that I wanted to show you here for sending out the reminders is this new attach invoice documents where you can attach the invoices that the reminder relates to as PDF files, which is really quite a nice little add-on. And the other thing I want to highlight is the using of document sending profiles, whereby you can have different document sending profiles. In other words, different email addresses or contact details, effectively email addresses for different document types. So reminders will go to this email address, statements will go to another email address, invoices another address if required. So that's a nice little option to remember as well. Okay, so that's the reminders automation. There's also been an addition of a reminders terms card, which brings together the functionality. So the functionality isn't effectively very new, but it brings it all together in one place. Now, when you set up your reminder terms, you can set up as many levels as you want. And at each level, you can take different steps. In this case, we're sending out reminders via emails. But one of the nice features that's been added on this card, obviously you've still got all the same settings you had before. Let me just show a bit more here, that you had or currently have. But what this does is bring it all together in one place. And you can now see the configured email that's going to be sent out at each stage of your reminders. You can configure the email here with some variable fields that you can add. And it just brings everything together in one place. It's very easy to see what you're doing at each level of reminder and the email that you're sending out. Hopefully that's a whistle-stop tour of reminders. There is multi-currency. That's what that message was about. Sorry, multi-language. So yes, so Microsoft creates a new AR role center for debt chasing, and they've created some job queues, effectively job tasks that will automate the sending out of those reminders, and you can create your own schedules and custom schedules for creating, issuing, and sending out reminders. And the new reminders terms is a nice bringing together of all the functionality around managing your reminder levels and the emails and communications that you're sending out, and how you send them out, and how you filter what you're going to send out.